Maths today, we're going to be carrying on with our work on the grid method. It's been quite lucky how this has panned out because Monday to Wednesday this week in the planning were division, and then Thursday we're back on the grid method. So that was just in time for my lessons. So that was quite good. The grid method is a really good system and way of doing multiplications. So it is really handy to get the hang of. Upper 2 use this method quite a lot in exams, particularly if they get stuck on a question. It's a good secure system and it doesn't take too long. So we're carrying on with the grid method. So we're going to work through some examples together to start with. So the first one is 26 times 3. So draw your grid and then partition your number into tens and units. Remembering to put the multiplication sign in the top left corner, and then the number you're multiplying, partition it into tens, so 20 and 6, and then the number you're multiplying it by goes under the multiplication sign. Pause the video while you work out the answers to those sums. So 2 times 3 is 6, so 20 times 3 will be 60. 3 times 6 is 18. Then you add them together. So 60 plus 18 is 78. The next stage is really important because quite often children forget to do this all the way up until they're in upper 2 and possibly beyond. Make sure you write the answer to the sum. So 26 times 3 is the sum, so put 78 by that in the answer. Right, the next example, 26 times 5. So write the sum, draw the grid, and then partition the numbers. Pause the video to give yourself time to do this. So 26 times 5, your grid should look like this. You've partitioned it at 20 and 6, and then 5 goes there. Again, pause the video while you work out the answers to these multiplications. So 20 times 5 is 100. 2 5s are 10, so 20 times 5 will be 100. 6 times 5 is 30. Then add those two together. So 100 plus 30 is 130. And again, the next stage is really important. Write the answer next to the question. 26 times 5 equals 130. Right, let's do one more example together. Well, we're going to, whether you'd like to or not. So the example is 26 times 4. So write the sum and draw your grid. Then partition your numbers. Pause the video to give yourself time to do this. So your grid should look like this. You've partitioned 26 into 20 and 6. The multiplication sign goes in the top corner, and then underneath it goes the number you're multiplying by, so by 4. Now pause the video while you work out the answers to these multiplications. So 20 times 4 is 80. 2 4s are 8, so 20 times 4 will be 80. 6 times 4 is 24. Then pause the video while you add those together. So 80 plus 24 is 104. And again, make sure you write the answer next to the question so that you've answered it. Now pause the video while you write these sums in your book. If you get stuck, let the video play slightly longer and I will have partitioned the sums for you. Pause it. Then we'll get a coloured pencil and mark the first 4 together. So question 1. 13 times 4 equals 52. 10 times 4 is 40. 3 times 4 is 12. Add them together, 52. Question 2. You should have partitioned it like it shows in the photo. 10 times 3 is 30. 7 times 3 is 21. 30 plus 21 is 51. So 17 times 3 is 51. 14 times 5 is 70. 10 times 5, as you can see in the grid, is 50. 4 times 5, as you can see in the grid, is 20. 50 plus 20 is 70. Question 4. 16 times 4 is 64. Not sure why I've written 24 there. Some poor arithmetic on my part. A bit of a careless error. I would like to say I was distracted by the cat, but rest assured, I've done the workings out correctly. 10 times 4 is 40, 6 times 4 is 24, 40 plus 24, 64. Not 24 like I've written. Question 12. Clive cycled 66 kilometres every week for 3 weeks. How far did he cycle in total? So the sum is 66 times 3, which is 198. Question 13. There are 52 cards in each pack of playing cards. How many cards are there in 6 packs of playing cards? So 6 times 52, which is 312. Question 14. A supermarket sells tins of tuna in packs of 3. How many tins are on the shelf if there are 35 packs? So it will be 35 times 3, which is 105. If you have done up to question 14, definitely give yourself an excellent work. If you have time and you're ready, here are 4 more questions. So pause the video while you work out the answers. Question 5. 15 times 3 equals 45. 10 times 3 is 30. 5 times 3 is 15. 30 plus 15 is 45. Question 6. 10 times 5 is 50. 6 times 5 is 30. 50 plus 30 is 80. So 16 times 5 equals 80. Question 7. 19 times 3. If you play darts, you would automatically know that this is 57, because that's triple 19. So 10 times 3 is 30, 9 3s are 27, 30 plus 27 is 57. And finally, 23 times 2, so double 23 is 46. 20 times 2 is 40, 3 times 2 is 6, add them together and you get 46. Give yourself an excellent work if you've done all of those.